Hello and welcome back to Cultist Simulator with me, Borden. Right, we're going to run time on while I figure out what we were doing. Okay, so he's on the hunt. He doesn't have any tentative evidence. Don't have anything for him to find either. There is that mystique, but it's just mystique, right? Okay. Then we got, let's see, we found Tristan. Okay, Tristan was a good cult member before for us, so we'll pop Tristan over there. So we now have 15 of, again, I believe it's 20 people that we can find, at least in terms of potential cult members. Yeah, so the Parish Council, again, seeing another new person now and thinking, there's something weird is going on that's getting worse. Whatever the hell that priest is doing, it can't be good. Okay, so we got an occult scrap. Gonna grab that. I walked in the wood last night, and the scissors worked in the distance, and the furred things crammed my mouth and swelled my ears, and I felt the old urge to chop the wolf boars, and I was among the roots. But I remembered that I walk upright by day, no fire and steel and words. And at last I found where the velvet had concealed the secret, on tree bark beneath moss. I read it then with the tips of my fingers. I think now that I could write it in full. So we get another one of those. So we got, how many? There's 8 now, is that? Yeah, 8. 8 of those and 9 of the one above. We're going to get one that is actually 2 above as well soon enough. One thing's on. He finds the other mystique. It would only really matter if maybe we had a, let's say we were doing something that we knew was going to produce notoriety, so gone on an expedition and we were thinking that he would like finish searching before we completed the expedition, but then he gets some mystique and extends it, and then suddenly he's able to nab that notoriety. Study Apollo and Marcius. The skin of Marcius gives oracles and is later smuggled to Phrygia, where the priestesses of Cybele use it for a drumhead. At the opera's climax, the pounding of the drum drives would-be violators of the priestess to suicidal madness. The opera ends with a wistful hymn from the youngest priestess on the beauty of mountain pines. Okay. So we got... Oh, we already got that last time, and we just searched where it is. That's what that was. So you could pop there, and now we're gonna study the next book. Let's pop you in there. Read this volume of The Locksmith's Dream, the parallels and mystic dreams experienced by carpenters, masons and other artisans, and what they purport to reveal about the architecture of the world. Sometimes mordant, sometimes funny. No one has ever explained why Galmier devoted herself to this quixotic exploration of artisans' dreams. Okay. And then what do we find here? This place merits closer investigation. The Kusanov Endowment. Prince Kusanov gave 1/4 part of his blood-soaked fortune to the establishment of a department for eschatology at this provincial university. The staff have grown peculiar now, and the buildings fester in a freezing swamp, but some of Kuznetsov's bequests perhaps was spent on treasures. Okay. It's interesting. That's one but I've never found before, at least. So it's a level below you. So for now you're going to sit there, because you don't have that many at this level anyway. Right. So we are going to explore there again. Let's find another. So we'll get another one of these, because they're gonna, as I said before, they're gonna be kind of good training for our guys. Then we shall dream the way to wood again. We're still waiting to find that lore that will open up a bit more Damascus for us. It's probably maybe one of these. We're still missing Edge. We have Knock. Yeah, we're missing Edge. Is there another one we're missing or not here? I'm trying to think. So Edge is green. I'm gonna go by color. The only other main color I can think of that isn't black or white is blue, but so much stuff is blue, I don't think there is a lore that's blue. So I think it might just be Edge that we haven't had so far. Yeah, looking at these books. So it looks like, at least. Okay. We're going to ignore that one. We're going to go here. Peculiar rumor. I came to the Temple of the Wheel, that high and jagged rock, that memorial to dead gods. Those who take their own lives sometimes first cast themselves from its peak and dream. I found another sleeping soul scratching the sign of the eye into the lichen at its peak. I do not recall what passed between us, but I recognize their face in the waking world. So we could run that down, but I don't think we necessarily have to, so we're going to pop it up there, just let it go away. Right, what have we got here then? Mirrors are calm, the sun is steady, the glory recedes. I am sane, if that means anything. Pop you there. Time and again we hear of the wood which rises from the world's foundation. All trees reach for light. What does the wood reach for? Is there a difference between light and light? I think the key to dreams of the wood might be one of these, one that isn't exactly real. Watchman's Secret. Okay. So we have those there. We have some erudition. Is the erudition what we need to combine them? It is. So we'd be remiss not to combine these two and get higher level lore. And it's talking about the wood and it being the key, but the way to wood. Between these two together with erudition, maybe it's going to be enough to get us up to that higher level. So while we're waiting, we'll pop back in here again. Probably should be talking as well. Let's use you there. Yeah, because we've still got a number of people to find. And just a reminder as well to those who've been watching most of these episodes, I will be streaming, if you're watching this the week it goes up, I will be streaming Cultist Simulator every Monday for the foreseeable future for between probably 3 to 3.5 hours, somewhere around that at least. Okay, let's pop you there for now. Things run on. So kind of looking forward to that. Kind of at the same time kind of a little bit nervous, just because it's something slightly different than previously, because at the moment I can just record away and, you know, do what I'm doing, just focus on the game. But with that, you know, they've got the addition of chat. Now, maybe that nobody turns up and there's no chat to actually deal with anyway. But still there's the worry of keeping an eye on chat to see if somebody does come in to say hi, and then also just the whole managing the elements of the stream itself. So making sure that everything's working and stuff like that. Because normally I'm just used to sit down, have my recording software, have my mic ready, etc. Record my own audio, record the game, video and audio, then go into my editing software, edit the two together. Well, first of all, edit my audio and then put the two together. Produce the video, upload the video, and away we go. But there'll be less work on that end of things because it'll just be a stream. But at the same time, there are different skills involved that until I have enough practice at it, I'm not going to be confident at. Right. But anyway, let's talk about entering the wood. The well in the wood is never dry, but it is never clear. One night it might heave with the crawling roots. On another it will pulse with bright moss. On nights of the full moon, its waters are choked with the fat of dappled bodies of moths. Oh, the dappled bodies of moths, yeah. Last night I saw it brimming with dark and viscous blood, gelatinous shreds, drifted on its surface, clots of grail matter. Okay. Pop you there. Okay, you're looking for that erudition now, right? Yeah. Let's slot that. I'm safe for now. My adversary has not enough evidence to bring a case against me, and I found no new clues. Okay, can run things on again. Right, so this one will give us another restlessness. Let's click that, pop it up there. So we've got 2 dread. So once they start becoming a problem, we do have options to take care of it, which is good. So we won't go to the Ecdysis Club just yet. We'll hold off to see what's going to happen. Whether it's 1 or 2 we're going to have to deal with. Also, we've got the opium dreams as well to fall back on if we need to. And I'm holding off on dreaming again because I want to use this as soon as it's available. Okay. So we need some vitality. I think this might... Yeah, this might... no, it didn't. Okay. There is one similar to that we can get that will degrade into vitality, but obviously it wasn't that one. Right, what have we got here then? We have Violet and Acquaintance. Let's grab those. Get some Mystique, which again is not really an issue. It won't become an issue until we are regularly doing activities that are going to produce notoriety. Okay, we can let things run on. Actually, we should speak again. So now we are at 16 of 20 people. And, you know, now it's a case of, I'd imagine that the people at the local kind of sleepy train station aren't just noticing that, like, the odd time it's one of these strange people is turning up. These people now are probably turning up in 2s and 3s to come and visit us, and certainly drawing more attention. Right, so we've done a study. We're now going to pop you in there. Oh, it's Greek. Okay. So you should go there, right? It's Greek, yeah. Okay. Let's do you instead. Read this volume of The Locksmith's Dream. In this volume, Gallimé records fewer dreams and explicates more of our own elaborate theories. We see this again and again. What is What is below can't escape what is above. Okay. Now, let's see what happens here. So we got you. We're then going to provide a mantis glimpse. There's a house in the wood. I know something of that house. I have to find my way to its lights. Maybe. Okay. Get that going again. So funds-wise, we're fine. It's going to be a long time before we're struggling financially. Got another restless there. Now, there's potentially 3 dread there, which is also potentially an end gaming scenario. Or a game ending, not end gaming. A game ending scenario, but I think we're going to be okay. We're going to put you there, because otherwise you're going to forget that you need to be dreamt about. It's not going to end well. He's going to find a mystique. He's going to keep him around for a bit longer, but again, we're not too worried about that. And maybe we're going to produce another mystique here as well for him. So he might be around for a bit. Actually, no, he might be done. Depends how many more revolutions he's got to go. Right, so this one. The finest artisan all dream of the white door in the end. I'm no artisan, only a scholar. I think there's a secret that all these artisans know, but I think that secret is only half the story. Okay. So we got some knock lore and some erudition. So that is, yeah, in need of erudition. So we can combine those two as well. Again, it would be rude not to, right? When it's giving us what we need. Do that. Then we check here. These are the bounds about the house, with their mists and their traces. This the rock called the Temple of the Wheel, high as a church spire, patched with black lichen, and daubed with eye signs. I round it, and there ahead of me is the white door. The light of the house leaks around its edges. Okay, so we got the way the white door. Right. In my dreams, I know the path to the white door, through the bounds, but that path is thronged with the dead who passed that way. I will need health to resist their chill. Okay, so here we go, put our health. Now I can approach the white door through the bounds. Now I can press my fingers to it, feel its chill, watch it swing open. As it opens, my mouth closes, tightens, heals over like a lost deformity. Around and about me is the cobalt light of the mantis. Okay, so we're about to ascend to a higher level of the mantis. We don't need to restack you because you two are rotating. So potentially that one is going to go before... oh, it is going to go before it's found because it took the oldest one, or the newest one. I think it's random whichever one it takes, because I've never at least seen a pattern in it taking the oldest, the youngest, or the middle, or whatever. But that one is gone. This one will be found as well, though. So now, the Ecdysis Club does become important. Let's pay there. The entrance is lost beneath soft drapes of crimson, cinnabar, and incanodyne. Above the door, the club motto: Ingi rum imus noct teet consumi mur igni. It has been rendered as into night's circle we fly until the fires enjoy us. In tonight's performance, Amethyst, a net-wheeling hunter, pursues a veil-winged woman through a murmuring maze of leaf-clad dancers. each movement is underwater slow. Gonna get some fascination out of this. Not perfect. He's got the mystique from there. We've also found Isabeth, an acquaintance. So now we are at, what, 17 of 20? I'm going to continue looking for those nice people. We're very close now to the point where we will be looking to do our sermons again. So we don't want this, we don't want restlessness, so it's between these two. Let's go for the Orchard of Lights first. Okay, that's pretty nice. Pretty good start there. Last night I walked in the Orchard of Lights. I plucked the fruit, which is always ripe, and consumed it in 2 bites. The taste is not to be forgotten. As I licked the glowing juices from my fingers, I saw a message carved in the bark of the tree. When I woke, I recorded that message, all I could remember in my diary. Right, so you can pop there. Actually, you are... No, you are 1 above that one. Okay, good. Then we need to dream you. The funds. That's why he put you there, because if that had not been there, I can guarantee you I would not have done that right now. I would have missed it, and then would have been panicking on whether the timer would run out before we actually got to do anything. So we got a fascination there. We can grab that. Oh, I should have... Why didn't I read the rest? That was stupid. Okay, so you go sit down there for now. I think we explore that one as well. Okay, a lot of stuff going on here. Okay, he's taken that one as well, which means that the contentment is probably going to go before we get to use it. Little wars, great intrigues, cryptic priesthood, mystic crimes, all past now, but what traces did they leave? So this is going to give us a place that's on the same level as the Chateau Raveline. You can pop up there. Yeah, you're gone, so we're going to have to get more. Right, so got something here. Oh, more restlessness. Just what we need, right? As yet, I've only the needs and desires of any other mortal, but it stirs in me. So as soon as you're done, we're gonna have to get back to the club. My studies have been stymied for now. Oh, I missed putting that in, didn't I? I missed putting it in, and now it's going to... Yeah, it's going to leave before. So I'm going to have to study it again. See, wasn't keeping a good enough watch on it, I feel. Right. Let's do this again. There's plenty going on. Better find a new place here. Okay, that's actually good because it may take that. Key Hunter's Garret. Vienna is one of those few cities which have the same name in every history, although adepts know it as the White City, or perhaps the City of the White. In a snowy street, in a crooked house, in a high and rattling attic, we have learnt that the eccentric hunters of imaginary keys have established a tiny trove of odd books. Okay. Trove of odd books certainly sounds like something we'd be interested in. Right now, let's get some of this stuff done. So you go there, and we pay. Start it off. The performance has hardly begun when a moan of terror rises from the audience. Oh no, we're gonna get notoriety. So now we are gonna have to resort to the opium because we're under a lot of pressure now. I'm safe for now. My adversary has not enough evidence to bring a case against me, and they've found no new clues. Well, there's some clues going on there. I guess, yeah, what happened... Because, like, the people, the locals, especially those on the parish council, have been keeping an eye on me, they noticed something strange about me when I came back from a night out at the club. Some of the curtain twitchers saw something that maybe they shouldn't have seen. The performance ends immediately. The lights come up. We are ushered from our seats and urged to the street. It's never clear what has happened, but the club staff seem prepared, as if this has happened before. Lights bloom in nearby windows, and passerby gawp at the crowds of guests dispersing into the night. Yeah, see? Told you, curtain twitchers. Counts are keeping very close tabs on us. Right, so that's 3. Despair pads close at my heels. The world is leached of light. So now it's 3, right? So technically, it's gonna kill us unless we do something about it. Cat Caro, an acquaintance. Cat Caro, as she styles herself, earns a living as a stage medium and a fortune teller. She may have deeper talents. Okay, like that. So we got some mystique there as well. So now we have just 2 people as well. Now imagine we actually met Cat in the, like just a general confusion after we left the club. She was there as well. And as we were trying to avoid the curtain twitchers, maybe went down a certain street and found her actually doing something similar, trying to keep out of sight. And maybe got talking and, you know, invited her then to maybe come attend a meeting of like-minded people. Right, so we are waiting on you. You're 18 seconds, so it's gonna have to be you. It's gonna be the savior. And so you have our erudition. Pop you there. We'll put these 2 in, and hopefully we'll remember this time. We'll talk about you again. Okay, back to the Mansus. We're going to go for Lodge of the Sage Knight. Oh, favor from authority. Look at that. That is amazing. Last night I dreamt of a blue silk pavilion overlooking the cloudy labyrinth of the bonds. I listened to the mistress of the place speak of other visitors. The Suppression Bureau come here. Did you know that? I think they hope to recruit me as an ally. She snorts derisively. After what they tried to do to Christopher. That's Christopher Lopley, right? But their folly is your fortune. I will tell you something that may help you, if the Bureau ever troubles you. I've learned something that will earn me favor. Once only. So we don't need that. But that would be perfect. So we put this up here beside him. Because if he had damning evidence, this is how we would get rid of it. Right, so now. In times of special crisis, I might visit a discreet pharmacist to purchase a tincture of opium. I make my dreams sweet, but only in times of a special crisis. Start that. And then we have to be careful on the timings here, because we can't just now go straight to the club. Because if we do that, one of them is going to be wasted. So it's going to turn red. We're going to have a little panic. And then this will come along and bring it down. He's now going to find this. Well, he's going to find these two. Oh, that deep piece. But I should not do this again. So we do that. It's got 52. Yeah, now we can go to the club. Start that. In tonight's performance, Amethyst, the net-wielding hunter, pursues a veil-winged woman through a murmuring maze of leaf-clad dancers. Each movement is underwater slow. Okay, we got a fascination out of that. We're now going to head on back here. Start that. And let's slot you. Right, so there's a lot going on there. He's found the notoriety. It's very rare that he doesn't turn it into tentative evidence, which then gives us a problem. And now we have another problem here, because now we're at 2 of 3 fascination. So everything is going on now. It's just like a flurry of activity. The world is dangerously bright. You can defeat visions with dread or fleeting memory, otherwise you will lose yourself completely. Fascination 3. Okay, slot you. There was so many threats now to us. The lights go down very gradually as the performance ends. There is no applause. We each drift into the street, alone with our dreams. So you need this erudition. Slot that. That'll come turn to there. He's going to get that mystique, and then search a little bit longer. I think we're going to run down one of these as well, because you don't need to go to the club for a little while yet. Okay, furtive truth, we'll take that. Many of the dead enter the manses through the white door. They wander its corridors in silence until they are lost. Some embrace each other, some devour each other, some force their way into the dreams of the living. A few record their memories on the manse's stone where it is soft. They scratch it with their nails, you see. Last night I read one of those memories. Okay. Now. Yep, look at that tentative evidence. I'm certain that my adversary has lodged a copy of their notes elsewhere, with a solicitor, with a supervisor, or even with a contact in the press. This is troubling. So now, it's a case where, again, you know, the nosy people in the parish council who are dead set on getting rid of us. They've seen all these new people come. They saw the incident on the way back from the club as well. They saw us with this another new strange woman, and contacted the detective again and said, listen, we're giving you all this evidence, but you don't seem to be doing anything with it. Now this is the best, one of the best pieces we've given you so far. Pull your finger out, get it done. He maybe dropped whatever he was at and come down, was able to find witnesses pretty quickly, get his evidence together, but still is a bit sketchy. Nothing that he can really pin on us, but at the same time, he just needs a little bit more just to tie some of those ends together. And then once he's done that, we're in trouble. And this won't be around by the time that does happen. So we've got to be careful of that. But now we are going to head on back in here. So you're at level 2. you're going to come down to level 1. If we get another contentment to get rid of that, then the next dread that we get will help us with this. Laidlaw, an acquaintance. Laidlaw is a tinkerer and mechanic with an uncanny knack. So that's an interesting acquaintance to make. It kind of, what it speaks to me about is we went to the club, as I said. We drove there. Amid the confusion, we weren't able to retrieve our car. We went back a few days later, and for whatever reason, it wouldn't start. So, ended up contacting Laidlaw, and he was talking about the club as if he's been there before. When we contacted him to say that we needed it looked at, he told us he knew where it was. When we went there to meet him, he seemed to know about some of the shows that go on there. So we got chatting a bit, and then now he is an acquaintance of ours, and we've invited him to come and meet the rest of our group. So it's going to drop down under memories of better times. Keep the wolf from the door. When we open a thing, then we learn its nature. I've deepened my understanding of the lore that opens, which we can call by its aspect, knock. Okay, so we've got a little bit higher knock lore. That can go there. Now, study. Let's pop another book in there. See what we get. The assassins are, according to Aaron, the agents of a power called the Colonel, a soldier of secret masters. The accounts go all the way back to Roman times. Right, so I'm going to take another Furtive Truth. We've read that one this episode, so we won't read it again. And I think as well, when I do my live stream, I'm gonna try and reach a balance between reading and not reading stuff as well. Like, obviously, first time the stream will be read, but I do need to remember as well that I can't just keep then deciding, well, I'm going for 3.5 hours, so just skip the ones. I'll try and, as I said, reach some kind of balance where I maybe read every third or fourth time that we see the same one or something like that. But now, let's get ourselves back in here. Come on, start. There we go. Yeah, that's going to go soon. Mystique can pop up there. Still got, what? How long? Yeah, 9 minutes left there. We have a nice little nest egg as well here, so 113. It's pretty decent. Hebe is a ship. In fact, many ships have borne that name over the centuries. All of them have provided transport and accommodation to those who know something of the invisible world and none of them show up in shipping records, but I've learned that the steamer Hebe Stanton is docking soon in a grimy and unregarded port in the Northern Ireland. I could send someone to Purline the unwatched occult luggage. Okay. So it is at this level, or should be, I think. Yeah. Oh. Let's put you back. Right. Let's explore and find another one. Okay, that's going to be dealt with. Oh, and I should have done this instead of exploring, so I could finally get rid of that. Because otherwise it is going to become concerning. Oh look, we got our first edge. Aaron's scholarship is dubious, but she writes pittily. Incidents of sudden and violent death are interspersed with aphorisms. Ours don't dream, long try not to. Okay. So we pop you there. Okay, so study-wise, actually let's get a book on the go. Hersalt's Introduction to Histories. The prologue warns at length of the iniquities of one Julian Costley, a former colleague who Hersalt now describes darkly as a worm of worms. It seems Costley advised Hersalt early in the writing of the book, but Hersalt later became suspicious. Okay. Right, we're going to go for the orchard this time. Oh, could have gone there. Unlucky. Pulsing airs. The hours have been called and merciful, but they permit sleepers sometimes to walk in the orchard of lights, where each fruit glows like a sunset, where the roots of the trees are shaped for peaceful rest, where the mist soothes the heart. I was there last night, and the taste of the fruit lingers, sharp and sweet as the passage of spring to summer. Okay. So we'll pop you over here for now. Oops, I need to move you. So, we're going to go get some more opium. Just to get rid of that while we can. And look at this, we're going to get some vitality that's going to help us with that too. That's pretty lucky. Come with me. A hanger on, okay. Well, you go down there and join the ranks. Mystique can go up there. It's lucky that there isn't a mechanic that would turn, say, like these 3 Mystique could be turned into 1 notoriety. That would certainly... I think it would kind of increase the... I suppose the value to... Yeah, the value of Mystique to our opponents, the detective and whoever else is searching, and would certainly make it far more dangerous to us. My own heart pumps more strongly today. Pop you there. Oh, that deep piece. But I should not do this again. Okay, we're waiting that. That is now going to cancel out, which is good because it means then that you... Yeah, that one should be taken out pretty quickly. Kerosene we already have, right? Actually, no, we don't. Okay. Let's slot you there. Drive through the downs to the coast where the grey-green lands meets Atlantic grey. Search along the road for signs to Kersham Town. You will rarely find it, even if you have visited before, and its inhabitants guard their secrets with curse and cudgel and fast bolted doors. Okay. Certainly sounds like our kind of place to visit. Oops. Let's actually try you. No. Let's try you, because we haven't... Oh. That's explore, not talk. So let's not try any of you, because it's explore, not talk. But we will try you next in the talk. Okay. So you two can go together. All I need now is time. Well, we'll try and give you that time. He's, just gonna munch on those steaks. Her salt identifies blood, silver, design and the worms as the central axes of each of the histories, and claims that the so-called second history is the true one. Got an occult scrap out of that. Okay. Now, let's study this next one. Study the skeleton songs. In Arabella's introduction, she explains that the book was to be illustrated, but that the Suppression Bureau would not permit it. She hints that the illustration still exists somewhere. The book is dedicated to Sir Percival of the Red Cup. Okay, so it's Grail lore. Right, well, I think that is a good place to end this one. We're just one person shy of having all the people we need to then start in earnest recruiting them properly to our cult and trying to level them up, and then getting going with our expeditions as well. And then that is, that's what we want to do to then put ourselves in a strong position to explore what it is that is special about the priest. But as I said, that is the end of this one. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you're keeping safe out there. And I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button there on the right, or checking out some other videos here on the left, or perhaps you might even share with some friends.